All right, let's talk about coding together. Today we're jumping into two really different ways that software teams collaborate on code. Think of it like this. Are you building a structured, secure fortress, or are you speeding down a wide-open highway? We're talking GitFlow versus trunk-based development.
But before we dive in, let's just start with a question I think every single developer has asked themselves at one point or another. Why does working together on the same code sometimes feel so chaotic? It's a super common problem, and it's exactly why these powerful workflows were even created in the first place.
Because, without some kind of system, you get this. This is the chaos. You've got developers accidentally overwriting each other's work. Releases are a total roll of the dice. And you've probably seen this one. A critical fix you push to production somehow breaks a brand new feature. It's just a recipe for a massive headache.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to really understand that chaos. Then we'll explore our two paths, the fortress and the highway. We'll put them side by side to see how they stack up. And then, most importantly, we'll figure out how you can make the right choice for your team.
Okay, first up, the collaboration chaos. See, before we can really appreciate the solutions, we have to get a handle on why they even need to exist. Let's dig into the problem that pretty much every development team has to deal with.
Their fix for all this mess has a name, a Git workflow. And it's not just, a friendly suggestion. It's the official operating model for your whole project. Think of it like the rulebook that says exactly how new features get built, tested, and shipped out, making sure everybody's playing the same game.
All right, let's explore our first solution. I like to call this one the fortress. It's a path that is all about stability, structure, and control. This is the world of GitFlow.
So GitFlow is what we'd call a branch-heavy workflow. The two big phrases to remember here are scheduled releases and strict quality assurance. It's really designed for situations where you absolutely cannot afford mistakes, and your releases are these big, planned-out events.
And this is where that fortress metaphor really comes to life. The main branch, that's the protected kingdom. Only code that's live to the public gets in. Develop is like the busy courtyard where all the new construction is happening. New features are built in their own little workshops. Releases get prepped in a final staging area. And hotfixes? They use an emergency side gate to fix urgent problems without disturbing the rest of the fortress.
And that whole journey is laid out right here. A feature starts its life branching off of develop, and once it's done, it gets merged back in. From there, a special release branch is created just for some really intense testing. Only after it passes every single check is it allowed through the main gate and merged into the main branch. It's very deliberate, it's a multi-step process, and it's all designed for maximum safety.
All right, we've had our tour of the fortress. Now, let's leave those high, structured walls behind us and jump onto a completely different path. This is the high-speed, always-moving express highway. Welcome to trunk-based development.
Now, before we get into any of the details, this is the single most important rule of the highway. It is non-negotiable. The main branch, sometimes called the trunk, has to be stable and ready to deploy at any given moment. Everything else is built around this one idea.
So, as you can probably guess, trunk-based development, or TBD for short, is basically the polar opposite of GitFlow. It's super lightweight, and it is built for pure speed. Instead of those long-running branches, developers are merging small, tiny changes into that one main branch, sometimes dozens of times in a single day.
Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, merging constantly sounds super risky. And yeah, you'd be right if you didn't have the right safety measures. This is where the guardrails come in. They're called feature flags. They let developers merge code that's not even finished yet, but keep it totally hidden from users until it's 100% ready to go. This is the secret sauce that makes the whole highway model work.
And the whole life cycle is just built for speed. I mean, you create a branch that might only exist for a couple of hours. You make a small, focused change, let all the automated tests do their thing, and then boom, you merge it right back into the main branch. The whole goal is continuous integration, and if you're doing it right, continuous deployment.
Okay, Section 4, head-to-head comparison. We've walked both paths now. We've seen the structured safety of the fortress and the absolute speed of the highway. So let's put them side by side in a direct comparison to really see how they're different.
This table just lays it all out, doesn't it? GitFlow is for those planned, scheduled releases, and it has a ton of long-lived branches, which makes it slower but really controlled. Trunk-based, on the other hand, is all about continuous delivery, with very few, very short-lived branches, making it incredibly fast. Really, the choice often comes down to, are you building for a highly regulated enterprise, or are you building a fast-moving cloud product?
And this right here, this is a really critical difference, especially for modern teams. How well do they fit with DevOps practices? GitFlow, it comes from a world of manual approvals and staged rollouts. Trunk-based development, though, was built from the ground up for a world of total automation, continuous deployment, and a really solid CI/CD pipeline.
Which brings us to our final section, making the right choice. After all that comparison, we get to the most important question of the day. How do you actually pick the right path for your specific project and your team?
Yeah, it's the big question, and the answer isn't about which one is better in a vacuum. It's about which one is the right fit for your situation, your product, and what your business is trying to accomplish.
So when should you pick the fortress? Well, GitFlow is going to be your best friend when you live in a world with a lot of strict rules. If you're in finance or government, have serious compliance needs, or your release schedule is measured in months instead of days, you're going to want that structure and control.
On the other hand, you should definitely choose the highway of TBD when speed is the name of the game. If you're building a SaaS product, you have a really strong culture of automation, and your business needs you to innovate and ship features constantly, TBD is the engine that's going to make that happen.
And it's really important to know which way the wind is blowing. Right now, as more and more companies move to the cloud and embrace DevOps, we're seeing this massive shift away from the fortress and onto the highway. The pressures of business and technology are all pushing teams toward faster, more continuous ways of working.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Take a hard look at how your team actually works day to day. Are your processes designed to protect a release cycle that was common a decade ago, or are they optimized to compete at the speed of tomorrow? The answer to that question will tell you which path you're on and maybe which path you need to be on. Thanks for tuning in.